Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Williams at the 3 spot. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Intense shot, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got the first points up on the board for the Nuggets.
Staying active, Jokic is one of the best offensive rebounders in the game.
Up top, Bane. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Pocket 4. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, Bane is a strong dude. He's built to play through contact.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And Bane no good on that one. And it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Pass to Edey. Yep, that one goes in there.
What a passer Bane has become.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, and it's one thing to get the shot you want. It's another to make them. They've got good scorers on this team.
Grizzlies ball.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside, Bane. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
That's Murray just grinding it out and getting rewarded.
And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised, nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does. Morant kicks to Jackson. Pass to Williams. Here's Edey. Back to Williams. Picked off in midair. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, when Gordon's team makes it this easy for him, of course he's going to throw it down hard.
Jackson passes to Bane. Outside Williams. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Timeout.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
look at the numbers for Jaren Jackson. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 3rd in steals. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also, his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Porter finds Murray. Gordon with a screen on Morant. In the corner, it's Gordon. A three-pointer, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Down low, here's Porter, and it's blocked. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Goes up off the inbound, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, and look at the composure of Porter Jr. there to fight through the contact and get the and-one opportunity.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And up to this point on the season, he's set a pace of right around 73% when he gets to the line.
Michael Porter Jr. One shot.
Free throw good. Porter. Austin coming right down to it. Finish line is in sight. The playoffs are within sight. The warmer weather, I think, signals that the playoffs are right around the corner.
Yeah, Kevin, that's exactly right. And neither team here needs any extra motivation in this one. You want as high a seed as possible in the postseason. You want as many of these crucial games to be played in your own building.
To the paint, here's Jokic, and it's denied. To the right side, Morant with a wide open look, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
Jokic with the bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Edey. Morant outside. Jackson a screen on Murray. Morant pushes to Jackson. The shot's good.
Well, Morant just puts so much pressure on the defense to make a choice on that pick and roll.
Murray kicks to Gordon. Here's Brown. Guarded by Bain. Gordon with the screen for Murray. Just 3 to shoot. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, he's an above-the-rim athlete. Gordon on the attack.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Timeout call for Memphis. Let's give it a warm welcome. Your Nuggets dance team.
He's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Back to Morant. Rebound by Murray. The Nuggets trail. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Now, we talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. Coach said he's a guy that can score from all three levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Morant. Denver grabs the miss. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls and, of course, went on to win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
He gets it in there.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Jackson, a screen on Porter. Here's Payne. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. Denver calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Watson, he's checked in for Denver. Russell Westbrook comes in for Murray. Memphis also making some changes. Santi Aldama's checked in for Jackson. Conchar comes in for Bain. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand, constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. Murray's checked in for Christian Brown. Second free throw, no good. Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. He is an all-world dunker. Gordon with the monster jam.
Pass to Kennard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Murray, the pass to Westbrook. Over Kennard. Again, the Nuggets score.
Just so versatile. I mean, Westbrook can go to the hole, bring it back out for 3, or in that case, just rise and fire from mid-range.
Back to Kennard. Here's the screen. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Gordon with the screen for Murray. Drills it from outside. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
They're off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Stolen by Westbrook. To the inside. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Some changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson comes in for Edey, and it's Morant in for Pippen. Morant outside. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. And again, Memphis no good. The Nuggets leading by 9. Over to the left wing. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up. Just not quite in sync yet.
Morant finds Aldama. Can't hit from in close.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Westbrook passes to Pickett. Gordon with the screen for Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Pickett. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Morant. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Inside, stolen by Jackson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Kennard kicks to Morant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Some guards are absolutely fearless working inside, and Morant very high on that list.
The Grizzlies shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
That's good from Morant.
Well, Morant is so athletic, and he finds himself at the free throw line a lot.
Both free throws good from Morant.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Pickett, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for the Nuggets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Nuggets?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. so important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Santi Aldama is out there with John Conchar. And it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pass to Aldama. It's Morant with the drive. No good that time. Good defense by Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Bane passes to Concha. To the inside. Porter with the steal. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Edey with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 9. To the wing on the left. Pass to Bane. 5 on the clock. Here's Conchar. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Westbrook against Bane from the low block. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Jokic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, and Jokic gets hit there, but he gets hit a lot every night, and he's able to absorb punishment.
Aldama passes to Morant. Conchar on the wing from downtown, and another miss by Memphis.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And finished off by Porter.
Well, the defense has to respect Porter Jr.'s jump shot, and that opens up the lane.
Pass to Bane. Back to Aldama. Memphis moving that ball around. And Desmond Bane good for 3.
Timeout.
Bane's got 10 points in the game.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The Nuggets making a switch here. Murray's checked in. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Memphis. Pippen comes in for John Conchar. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin, and he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everyone better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game?
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it, and he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Free throw, good. Jokic. Stan, I've always admired you come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked the day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps, terrific score. In the corner, it's Payne. Pippen, a screen on Porter. Outside for Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Porter with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Jokic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a three-point play chance here for him.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can. Don't.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size, he's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things. Well, that's a good sign there from Morant. He needs to keep making those shots in order to open this offense up.
Here's Jokic. Another shot. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Edey. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. On the wing, Murray. Denver passing it around. Back to Porter. To the paint. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Grizzlies making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jokic.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Stolen by Gordon. Here's Brown. Defended by Pippen. Pass to Jokic. Over Edey. And it's Jokic missing. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Kennard kicks to Pippen. Here's Payne, guarded by Porter. For three. And Brown pulls it down. Denver's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Shoots from 14. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Kennard's teammates and coaches encourage him to take these quick shots because they know how effective he is.
And it's Murray penetrating. It's deflected. Here's Edey. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Payne against Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pippen for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic just got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Now here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Payne. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Just look at the body of Payne. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Count that one. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Edey. Outside, Bain hits the three-point bomb. Bain's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Kennard, the pass to Pippen. In the corner, Kennard with it. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. And it's off from three-point range. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Brown. Gordon against Pippen. Jokic with a screen on Pippen. Here's Gordon. Jackson knocks it loose. Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very confident group of young men right now. Well, you look at Edey, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Back to Pippen. And the lead is down inside single digits. Pippen's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, don't count on Jackson Jr. for big assist numbers, but he'll make smart passes.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Pass to Aldama.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Pippen. Jackson setting the pick here for Pippen. Jackson misses. The Nuggets leading by 10. Analytics for the eye test. The optics or the numbers in front, Frank? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jordan comes in for Jokic, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jamal Murray.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that.
And this team encourages Westbrook to look to score inside. You can see why with these results.
Greg, with how explosive John Moran is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Pass to Kennard. Back to Morant. Now here's Kennard. Jackson a screen on Westbrook. Kennard for 3. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Kicks it out to Gordon. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Moran. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 11-point game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Can't get it to fall.
Yeah, he tried to adjust, but he got smothered. Good defense.
Williams dishes to Morant. Jackson has the open look, and so it's Denver. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to Dick. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. There's been no adjustment period to the NBA for these young men.
And Kenny wouldn't know anything about this. Not just anybody wins Rookie of the Year.
Subtle Shaq. Why don't you just come out and say you won Rookie of the Year?
Got him, because I just got you to say it. Got him, Ernie.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Denver Nuggets.
One of the best ways to control the game, take care of the boards. Don't give up second chance points.
And at the offensive end, you can turn misses into makes. That's found money.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The Nuggets leading by 11. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And that one, good. 14 points for Michael Porter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They set the pick. Payne for 3. Drills it from outside.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. And the first one at the line is good. And Jokic drops them both. Here's Morant. Pass to Edey. And here is Bane. Drops in the layup for 2. Bane's got 20.
Well, he's a bona fide 20-point-per-game scorer. Desmond Bane's been terrific tonight. I'd keep going to him.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his 3rd personal.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Morant.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
And that one's good by Porter.
And making it look easy. Even with aggressive coverage, Porter Jr. finds a way to score.
Williams kicks to Morant. Bane inside the three-point line. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Back to Gordon. Jokic high post. Shot clock at 5. Jokic hatches his way to finish inside.
Another bucket from Jokic. He could dominate scoring-wise every night if he wanted to. He is that good.
Bane looking around. Right at the free throw line. Porter pulls it in.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise, they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Here's Morant. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
You can see, and coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and His presence on the floor is such a factor, it affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Vince Williams. And Pippen subbed in for Morant.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Outside, Bane. Pippen a screen. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
Murray against Bane. Pass to Kennard. Jackson with it. Dribbled by Murray. Edey. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume. He needs to start doing this every trip down the floor to close the gap.
Denver making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Here's Porter. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside, Bane. Pass to Aldama. Memphis moving it around. The drive by Bane. Yes, that goes in. Bane's got 9 points now in just the second half. Murray against Pippen. Porter, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Bane for 3. Westbrook pulls it in. Nuggets are going even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. A nice shot by Brown.
Capable of racking up assists. Westbrook has a feel for when his guys are open. All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Kennard. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jokic. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball in rhythm right where it needs to be. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pippen, the pass to Bane. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Bane's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Grizzlies. Down low, here's Porter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at the Nuggets, advantage in 1 series. And checking out Memphis, a couple spots below.
And guys, when you look at Memphis, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team can take it to another level if they get rolling. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Bane against Porter. On the wing, Bane. 30 points in the game. Pippen for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 11 rebounds in the game.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Jamal Murray. And it's Peyton Watson in for Michael Porter. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Jackson's checked in. Jokic draws the double. In the corner, it's Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Westbrook against Pippen, and a wide open look for Bane. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Bane's got 33 points. Pass to Gordon. Now Jokic, guarded by Jackson. Watson's shot is good.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Bane passes to Kennard. Jackson from long range. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks chips.
Well, Nikola Jokic is probably the best passing center I have ever seen.
Outside Jackson. Misses the three. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for the Nuggets. At one point, they led by 16. And it's Gordon missing. And here's Kennard. 8 points for him. Pass to Bane. And the three off target.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving it.
Gordon kicks to Watson. Back to Gordon. Here's Brown. Gordon, the pass to Watson. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Aldama. Pippen feeling it out a bit. To the middle. Shot's good by Kennard. Kennard's got 10.
At this kind of range, it might almost be too easy for Kennard.
Gordon with the screen for Westbrook. Jokic inside, guarded by Jackson. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing for the game, shooting 5 of 7 at the line.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Well, the metronome-like consistency of Jokic, one reason he's a multiple-time league MVP.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Edey's checked in for Jaren Jackson. And it's Morant in for Bane.
3 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Gordon, and again, Denver no good. Here's Pippen, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. The Grizzlies trail by 4. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Pippen is out there with Santi Aldama. And it's Edey in at the center, locking down the middle. 6 to shoot. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. For 3, Murray. Edey with the rebound. The Grizzlies shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
Murray the pass to Porter and finished off by Porter.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Down low, out to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Porter with the steal. Westbrook passes to Porter and finished off by Porter.
Well, it's been that kind of night for Porter Jr. He's in attack mode.
Pass to Aldama. Bain with it. He's covered by Murray. Here's the screen. Inside, Edey, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bain evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Well, Murray's a 3-level scorer, but arguably does his finest work from that level.
Pass to Edey. Now, here's Pippen. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Porter finds Watson. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists in the game. Morant passes to Aldama. Here's Bain. Jackson setting the pick here for Bain. It's good from the top of the key. Bain's got 35.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Pass to Bain. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Nifty move. And that one's good by Porter.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Back to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
Westbrook kicks to Watson. Pass to Porter. Here's Brown. From deep, Jokic. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. The Nuggets leading by 11. Jokic finds Westbrook. Watson for 3. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Aldama passes to Morant. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Morant's got 22.
Well, something changed for him at halftime. He's been more solid on the offensive end.
Westbrook a screen on Jackson. Left side, Porter. Denver passing it around. And it's Jokic in the corner. Pass to Porter. Lets the 3 fly. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Morant's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
And I like how Morant threaded the needle there. Just an excellent pass off that pick.
Brown the pass to Westbrook. Murray against Morant. Murray kicks to Westbrook. There's the triple. The Grizzlies pull it in. Baines got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. BKE picks one up.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
To the paint, here's Edie, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
Pass to Edie. Now Bain. To the inside. Edie can't hit. For 3, Murray. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morant with it, out guarded by Murray. And it's Morant missing. Here's Brown. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. Edie with the rebound.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Outside for Jackson. Outside, Bain. Pippen sets a screen for Bain. Buries it from 3-point range. Bain's got 7 now in this quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Was able to listen on what David Adelman went over with his team. Now, he heaped praise on the defense. He said, the pressure's great. I love it. Keep making them make mistakes, guys. It's working. He thinks they're on the right track here. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. The Grizzlies trail by 12. Morant outside. Floats one. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic with a screen on Bain. Here's Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Jokic. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 4 assists now tonight. The Grizzlies call timeout. Williams is checked in for Pippen. Here's Morant. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, with his quickness and physicality, it's not easy to guard Morant without fouling.
Line for the Grizzlies.
Both free throws good from Morant. 1:31 left in the 4th. Outside Gordon. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. Uh-oh, soft hands from Jokic.
How about that touch? I'm not sure there's a move Jokic hasn't missed.
Morant, that's for two. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Denver.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And you can tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Jamal Murray.
Well, he was the catalyst for them tonight. Played a great all-around game, and you could see his teammates feeding off his energy.
Here's Jokic. Pass to Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Williams kicks to Bain. 5 on the clock. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubt.